first year games, which are on the display, which are Catch and Fish, Sharks Are Wild, Piggy Bank, came out last year.
Okay.
So they just started shipping in August of last year, so they're in retail at this point. And those 3 games are focused on math skills.
Oh, okay.
With Catch and Fish is about addition and subtraction. Sharks Are Wild is about sequencing, and Piggy Bank is all about skip counting, so counting by 5s and 10s.
Okay, cool.
What's interesting with these games too is that they have 2 levels of play. So once you master that first level, you can move to the second level. They're quick to play, they're easy to set up, and it's all about fun first, but always room for a lesson so that kids are actually having fun but learning at the same time. And then we have our classic 6-in-1 fun pack, which has the memory, Crazy 8 Old Maid, Magic, Flapjack, just the classic games that kids all know.
And how much does this one go for?
This one retails for $6.99. The games retail for $5.99.
Oh wow, that's nice.
And then we just came out with the 4-in-1, which is a smaller footprint of the 6-in-1, just for retailers that don't have the peg space to get that big size box on there. And that just has the 4 top games, which is Memory, Old Maid, Magic, and Fish.
Okay, and this one is...
This is Sharks Are Wild. Okay. And it's about sequencing where you start, each player starts with a 5, and they sequence up or down or however they can get there. Sharks Are Wild, so you can play those as any number. And if once you get that sequence, you collect the gold coin. And the first player to get 5 gold coins wins. And once you master that level, you add in the shark and the octopus. The dolphin and the octopus. And the octopus can steal cards and kind of change up the play, and the dolphin can then block.
Oh, nice.
So it just adds a different element of play. We have our Hoyle waterproof cards, which are perfect for camping, swimming, bathtub, boating, any type of activity. So they're the clear waterproof, as you can see. And when you hold them up, you can't see through them, so that's nice too, that you're able to see.
Oh, I like that. So no one can know what cards you have or anything.
Yeah.
That's clever. I like that.
Yeah, and you can clean them so you know when kids are playing or whatever, and they have snotty noses or
so they can
germs. You can just take them
a little
and
one
wash
can
them.
go in there in the bathtub and float
Yeah.
and everything else. Okay, cool, excellent.
Yeah.
That's cool. And over here.
And then we have, so this year we're launching 2 new games. So we have Monkey May I, and these are all still for the 4 to 6 age range.
Okay.
So these are more about the social emotional skills versus the hard math skills that you have, that you need. So this is Monkey May I, and this is about self-awareness, self-control, and making good choices. And it also includes Monkey Money. So and this also has 2 levels of play. So you set it up, and what you do is you draw from the pile. So if a green card comes up, it's kind of like Simon Says. You do what the monkey does.
Oh, okay.
And the first person that does that would get the monkey money. And then we have another type of card. So it's all about getting the kids excited, but then having them focus again, because there's another type where you have to look at the card and you have to make the best choice of what that card is. So should you drink the milk from the carton, or should you drink the milk from... Yeah. And so if they guess that correctly, then you would get another monkey money. So it's really kind of cute, just about getting them to make those good choices, and then also about, getting them excited so they can do what the monkey does, but then being able to calm back down and focus again.
And over here?
Would you want to go to the Super Me?
Yeah, we'll go ahead first.
So this is Super Me. Again, this is kind of like a memory matching game. And this one focuses on empathy, helping others, and social skills. So what you do is you can either play it open-handed, depending on the child and the age, or you can play it closed-handed. But what you do is you turn over an emergency card, and and this gentleman's like, oh no, it's so much snow and my car is just covered in snow. So then if you have the match to that, which is this one, which is the superhero swoops in and goes in and helps him shovel the snow and clean out the car, then you would take it and that would be your match. But if you didn't, then you turn it over, and then if the next player has that one, then they could, if they remember where it's at, they turn it over and just things like that. So it just continues on that. You just have to remember where that match is. And it also, there's a lot of conversation then going on between mom and child about, oh, is this the best thing to do? And then they can talk about, oh, well, I remember when I helped grandma or whatever it was when she was sick. So it just all the conversation that comes out of it with the adults and the children. And then the second level, what you do is that all of these cards go away and they're question marks. So when the child turns over a card, then what they do is they're like, oh, I remember when I helped so-and-so when they were stuck and blah, blah, blah. But so they have to make up a story of how they remember of a time that they helped or did something good or helped someone else. So that's this one. And then over here we just have our regular bicycle playing cards, and the bicycle minis are new this year actually, and then the big box is new this year.
Oh, the jumbos. They used to have these back in the 90s.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, we had I remember I had something similar like that when I was like 4.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so they're more of a novelty type item. Although some older people say that they're much easier to see, so they like playing with them, but they're much harder to hold for me, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we have the Coca Cola cards. We just updated the design with the polar bears, and those will be shipping around the holidays of this year.
Oh, cool.
And then we have our bicycle 2-pack tin that also has one of our retro designs in it that started shipping at the end of last year. And then if we take a walk over there, we can look at all the new decks that we have. So this year we launched the unicorn deck, which is very popular. Bourbon. We have another, it's Auto Bike, which is another vintage design. And then our house blend, which is coffee is huge right now, so we just kind of wanted to jump on that coffee trend. Yeah, yep. And then we have our regular standard line of the bicycle. And then more of our premium line down here that we have. So we have our foil cards, and we have Archangel, Steampunk, and then Age of Dragons.
Yes.